And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Now it's time to bring you some consumer news. There are many people out there who have those dream cars they want to buy. We're talking about BMWs, Mercedes, but they simply can't afford them. But some dealerships are trying to bring those dreams true. But it could be to your detriment. Believe it or not, some dealerships, some finance companies are financing cars for up to 96 months, 8 years. But we want to get you out of that practice and get you into a car you can afford. We have more from our financial expert, Lucy Petry. And, of course, Lucy's here to talk cars with us. Lucy, I looked up some interesting statistics, and it shows that 25% of Americans, when they go to trade in their cars, they're upside down, meaning they owe more than the car is valued. Also now, there's something called super financing, where people are financing their vehicles because they really can't afford them for 8 years. Imagine signing a contract for 96 months. So in order to avoid all of that, we have to come to the reality, I assume, Lucy, that we have to buy what we can afford. So what are some of the rules out there to guide us through that process?
Yeah. So first of all, independent of any rules, we need to really watch out for the term, the number of years, and the actual interest rates, because a lot of us will just look at the actual payments and say, oh, I can afford to pay whatever per month. But then when you look at the actual interest rates and the number of years you're going to be paying for this purchase, it's astronomical. So don't be fooled by just the payments. When they say, oh, your payment is only X dollars a month.
So that $30,000 can end up being a $50,000 car that you're paying
even
for.
More.
Yeah, and it's worth pennies on the dollar by the time you're done.
Exactly. So a couple rules. One, common 35% rule that your vehicle purchase, the total purchase, should be no more than 35% of your yearly income. Okay, so that means if you make $80,000 a year, you can afford $28,000 worth of cars.
And really quick, Lucy, don't tell us there are no $28,000 brand new cars out there, because there are.
There are several, and I know I saw them on your social media, and I don't remember. I think there were some really good cars in there. Kia was one of them. Nissans, right?
Toyota,
actually, yeah, there are actually good cars in there that you can buy for that much money. So that is one of the rules. There's another rule also that says you should pay no more than over 4 years, and it should be no more than 10% of your monthly income, and and no more than 20% down of your income. So these rules are to prevent you from overspending, from your budget getting out of control, and just common financial sense.
Absolutely right. And part of it is psychological, because we want to keep up with the Joneses, the neighbors who may have the BMW, the Mercedes, and sometimes it's not worth it because it is financially killing you. So how do you get across that psychological problem that many people have when they want to impress others with that car, or they just love an expensive car, but they can't afford it?
Everybody's situations is different. Just because your neighbor is driving a very expensive vehicle doesn't mean that they have a good financial life. I've seen it over and over where people present really well with expensive clothes, expensive cars, but their financial reality is actually really bad, and they are juggling several credit cards and living paycheck to paycheck. Don't compare yourself to others. Focus on your own financial health. Focus on having that stability and peace of mind, because you don't know what your neighbors are doing. You don't know what your friends are doing with their finances. Just focus on yourself.
And even Go ahead, Lucy.
Don't take advice from TikTok, please. Please don't take this. Okay, and I've seen so many people say buy a car for the tax deductions, and please don't.
And I've heard that. I don't even know how to apply that damn tax deduction. They say,
Right.
oh, you can write it off. Oh, do
It's
I have
really
a
difficult.
business? What?
It is really difficult to write it off. You have to buy a certain type of car. You have to have a certain type of business. You have to have the record keeping requirements. And even then, at the end of the day, okay, here, common sense. Let's say you're going to save 30% on your taxes. So are you really going to spend $50,000 to save $15,000? Because you're still going to be out $50,000 if you buy a
Right.
$50,000 car. So you're still going to have to spend the money. You're just paying less taxes, but you're still out $50,000.